YouTube is happening. It is Sunday morning and it is 9:31. The Jacksonville-Chicago game is probably already starting, but guess what? There's a little something called a hurricane in the Tampa area this week, so I got a little bit delayed because I usually film this video on Friday. That way I have time to like look at injury reports and this and that, but don't have time this week because I'm delayed. So we're making the video now. But we're going to change things up to make it a lot quicker. Normally I show you every single thing and I decide, I like it, I don't like it. Nah, we're going to speed run this bad boy. I'm going to go through, I'm going to pick out which quarterback I like if I like one. I'm going to show you the running back I like if I like one, and the wide receiver I like, again, if I like one. But I'll still show you the sacks and the touchdowns. I don't do touchdowns anymore, not in these videos, because touchdowns are like home runs. They're just gambles. They're just, you're just gambling. That's why they're so popular. Touchdown parlays, you see so many scappers on Twitter put them out there. They are long shot gambles for fun, sure. Don't do it as trying to build your bankroll. It ain't gonna work. So yards will work, but yeah, but touchdowns, no. So we're gonna fly through this video, buckle up, drop a like, subscribe, let's go. Now, first game. All right, first game, Arizona, Green Bay. You can see the records. Green Bay is -5, 47.5 is your total. The things that stand out to me immediately is that's a lot of green on offense and a lot of red on defense. That ain't good to win the game. So number 3 rushing for Green Bay, 28th rush defense for Arizona. Yeah, I love Green Bay. I love Jacobs here. Jacobs should have a nice day just based on this alone. Also, you can go Green Bay passing because they're 17th in pass defense. If you want third down percentage, they're 30th. I mean, you have options here on what we want to do here. So I do like Green Bay by 5. I do like the props. Now, Arizona's rush game is 5th, but Green Bay is 11th. So I don't know how much Connor's going to do. So, and then Kyler's going to be running all over the field himself, probably some too. So let's dig. Let's not dig into. Let's go to the props. So that's all we're doing. Is going to look at props. And for the quarterbacks, I did not go with Murray. I pulled out Jordan Love because we could see his 3 games, and his 2 games back, he balled out in 224, 260 is not bad. It's a decent number. I could play that. If you want to go with the quarterback, I wouldn't mind going with him. I wouldn't go with Kyler Murray. He's 1-5 in his last games this year. Over the number, I just don't like it. So on the receivers, the running backs, I didn't take Connor for the reason because I think game script, I think Arizona's going to be behind. So I think he might get game scripted out. He might not run the ball much. And I think Green Bay should be in the lead, which is why I like Jacobs' game script. Plus, he has a beautiful 3 versus 28 rushing matchup. So, yeah, these games were there. His number is 68.5. That means he has to hit 69. Nice. That's what he needs to do. I like that. This is probably my favorite play. And then lastly, well, maybe you want a wide receiver. I got you. I'm going to go with Jaden Reed for the wide receiver because you see the dude's been balling out 2 out of the 5 games, an average game, and yeah, a couple bad games back when he didn't have his actual quarterback. But now Love is back and you see what happens. So he is Love's favorite target. So you can see even the targets on the targets, you can see what happens. They've gone up. So I would take Jaden Reed if you want a receiver. All 3 of these will be in a same game parlay for me. If you want to look at touchdowns, here you go. I don't play touchdowns. I've already explained why, but Connor is over touchdowns in 8 of the last 10 games or 3 out of 5 games. Wick has a touchdown. He's gone over 5 out of 10. 4 out of day as well. Now, if you want sacks, we got you there too. Preston Smith or Quay Walker over quarter sack. There's your numbers, and you can see the rest of them. You can pause it and see the odds and where they are. So those are those numbers. So for me, I am personally, for the prop, I'm going to take the running back. I'm going to go Jacobs. I'm going to take Green Bay -5 next. All right, next game, we got Cleveland, Philadelphia. Philly off the bye week. Cleveland 1-4, lost to the Washington last game. Terrible offense for Cleveland. Deshaun Watson's not the answer. Jameis, where are you at, buddy? I need you in the game. I need you to be chucking up W's. But we can see Philly is their defense, pass defense isn't good. So if Deshaun Watson's going to have a game, it better be against Philly because he's going to need to throw the ball. The main thing I see here, and you see it too, 6th in running, 24th in run defense. So Saquon's going to be the play. I'm going to tell you right now because I don't trust Deshaun Watson quarterback, and I can't take Jalen Hurts throw the ball against that 7th ranked pass defense. I can't do it. So it's going to be a Saquon game for sure. And receivers, I wouldn't take any of them either because I don't trust Philly receivers against the 7th ranked defense because we know Cleveland's secondary, their defense in general is just good. And Philly, not the run defense, but the passing defense. And Philly defense, no, I don't trust Philly defense for nothing on anything. So, but I don't trust Deshaun Watson throwing the ball, so I don't trust Cleveland wide receivers. You know how it goes. So it's Saquon or bust on the prop. So let's pop over there and look at them. So, yep. going to be Saquon. That's all we have in this one. So 2024, 109. You can see what he's done. He's a beast. 85.5 rushing. Let's see. 24th. Yeah, I think not only is this game script, I think Philly should be up there, a 9-point favorite for a reason. I think they should be up. He should be able to run, but he's also going to keep running, and he'll catch balls out of the backfield. So his rush receiving is 107, and he has gone over that 4 games in a row now. So that's what we shall take. Maybe. I think, you know what? We'll just go rush. We'll go rush only. I think, yeah, I think he's just going to run the ball and he'll be able to run it down Cleveland's throat. So give me Saquon in this one. Let me show you the, I was going to show you. Yeah, the props. There you go. You can see the props, the sacks. You can see there's been some sacks on these. You can see the numbers. We got quarter, we got half sacks. We can see what they've done. And then touchdowns is missing. Where do touchdowns go? Right here. Saquon, you can see what he's done. 5 out of 10, 3 out of 5. So maybe a Saquon if you want. I'm not touching it. So maybe in a same game parlay, I'll throw it in there. But yeah, so but it's gonna be hard to even do a same game in this one. So so for me, I don't trust the spread at all. Like, let's just come back here and show you. I don't like -9. I don't like this at all. That's NFL. It's a big spread. 42.5. I don't like that. I think Philly's going to be able to score a little bit. If anything, I lean the under, but I don't want to touch that because I don't trust Philly's defense. So I'm going to pass on the side in total. I just don't like anything. We're just going to take that Saquon prop and just move on to the next game. All right, we got Tampa, New Orleans. Tampa lost to Atlanta last week. I don't know why it's showing Atlanta, but it's there. KC beat New Orleans last week. We can see the numbers. Derek Carr is out, so now we have a combination of Spencer Rattler and Jake Haener. I mean, I don't care who starts. They're both going to play. We know this because they're both going to have short leashes. Baker's going to be the man here, and he gets to go up against the 26th ranked Saints pass defense. 28th for Tampa Bay, but I don't know if Haener or Rattler can expose this or not, but if they can, good job. So I'm already leaning Tampa Bay because their quarterback's healthy. That's a main thing, obviously. They got there a day early because they left because of the hurricane. So they're already there. Let's look at the actual props. So the props, I think Baker's going to toss the tater. I think he will, looking at his numbers, just because he has a great matchup with the secondary. I think because he's been in the 100s, but if he's on, like, you can almost wait and see how the first drive goes. You could tell if he's going to chunk that ball around or not. If he does, yeah, it's a Baker day. So on the running, like I said, Kamara has a decent matchup. He's 15th and he's 10th. But then it's more of like a Kamara combo play because you always want to look at Kamara receiving yards as well because this is what he does. Check downs, dump it off to him. That's what they love to do, especially when you have Rattler or Jake Haener in the game. I mean, pick one. It doesn't matter. So looking at his receiving yards, we'll do the combo here. His combo, he only got 66 against KC. They shut his ass down, but I don't see him staying shut down. So 107.5. If they're behind, which I think they will, game script will dictate that he should be in the game. He should be getting, why is he going to get the runs? They'll be getting the small little check downs to him, let him throw, let the quarterback build a little confidence. You know how it goes. So I wouldn't touch his rushing or his receiving. I would maybe just his receiving. It's pretty nice. 30 yards. But I think I might still go with the combo here because I don't see Tampa's 15th ranked rush defense stopping him. I mean, it's middle of the pack, so there's a chance he could show out a little bit. On the receivers, you're going to want Tampa. You're not going to want to look at New Orleans because I just don't trust the quarterback's throwing, and Olave has not stepped up. He's been the one that steps up more, it seems like. But it's going to be Godwin or Evans, so we look at their numbers, what they've done in the last few games. Godwin's been very consistent right at his line. I'm okay with that because he does have games where he breaks out. And Evans is also been doing great. He's either going to be a boom or bust, what it looks like. So you have options if you want a receiver. You can do either of those. You got Kamara, and then you got Baker. So those are your main plays. For all of these, I think I'm going to rock with the Kamara being, with the game script probably being down. But if he is up, he's going to run more, which is great. So I'm going to take the rush receiving over 107. So it works out no matter what the game script is. So let's look at the touchdowns. There you go. You can see your touchdown thing. 3 out of 5 for Evans and Shaheed, and then 5 out of 10 for them. Same as Kamara and Godwin. They're all right there. Okay, cool. And then your sacks, you can see Chase Young's 100% head-to-head. 2 out of 5. So you want sacks, there you go. So for this one, I'm going to take the Kamara over 107, rush yards and receiving combined. And we're also going to, on the actual here, we are going to go with This is feeling like a high scoring game, doesn't it? It just feels like it is. We're gonna take it. 41.5. It might be a trap line, but guess what? Trap me up. I don't care. 41.5. Yeah, because I can see it just being like a shoot. It has potential shootout, even with the quarterbacks, because who knows? One of these two might step in and all of a sudden just, whoa, Derek Carr, who? Yeah, so exactly. It's the NFL. Weird things happen. So we'll take the over, and we'll take Kamara next. Next up, Houston, New England. It's Houston by 7. New England lost to Miami last week of all teams. Houston beat up on Buffalo. The numbers stand out. First thing is passing versus pass defense. Houston has a massive advantage here. Stroud should have a field day throwing the ball here. They're third in pass defense versus the last, so I don't see New England doing much at all. So I love Houston minus 7. I just don't see what are they going to do. They're going to run the ball much? No, this should be one of those blowouts that it should be, which for some reason it doesn't. Then all of a sudden you start going, okay, this was scripted. What's up? So yeah, Houston minus 7 is going to be my play. I'll tell you that right now. Move on to the actual props. Let's start with sacks. I'm already on it. So you can see, there you go. Will Anderson, Wise, you can have some numbers, 4 out of 10. No one really stands out there. I went to see a 100% show up. Touchdowns, there you go. Mixon has a touchdown 7 out of 10 games, or 3 out of 5 if you want to mix and play. You can have that. It shows up there. Tank Dell, you can see what he's done. There you go, numbers. Let's go to quarterbacks. CJ Stroud, 239. Stroud's probably my play in this one. I think he just tosses that tater all over the field because he has been balling the hell out. 239, 240. Even if they're up like 14, he still throws the ball. So, I mean, pass attempts, look how much he throws, 36, 40, 38, 32. He's going to throw the ball no matter what. That's every game. So, yeah, I will 100% be taking this play. Pass yards, this is easy, 236. Rushing, Houston's 22nd versus 13th. That's not a good matchup, and I don't like New England's matchup at all because they're going to be game script. They're going to be behind. It should be, anyways. So we're not going to do that. Receivers, maybe you want to go a Texas receiver instead of CJ. Hey, I get it. I understand. Maybe you want to go Tank Dell, or maybe you want to go Stephon Diggs. Well, I'll show you real quick. I'm not taking any of these. I do not want a New England player. No. Let me show. Let's see. Stephon Diggs has been coming to form his last 3 games. Dude's balling out, 65.5, looking good. And then you got Tank Dell. Yep, Tank Dell has still trying to get into things. And then Schultz, lastly, 34. I wouldn't touch him. So for me, if I'm taking a receiver, it's going to be Diggs. It's got to be Diggs with the way he's doing it. But for me, I'm just going to keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple. We're taking CJ Stroud. We're taking these numbers, which is over 236.5. Yes, please. I'll take that. Houston minus 7. Next. All right, next up, Indianapolis and Tennessee. We can see Tennessee was on a bye last week. Indy lost to Jacksonville, gave them their first win in a super high scoring game. We see a lot of mustard and ketchup and a little bit of relish, but it is some strong relish. First in pass defense for Tennessee. First in yards allowed, and second and third down percent. That is some nasty defense from Tennessee. So Indy's favored by 1. We can see the numbers. They're average on offense. They're terrible on defense. So yeah, this is a garbage matchup. It is so far. It's 1-3 and 2-3. But hey, whatever. Let's see. Do I trust any props here? What do we look at? First thing you want to see. Okay. Well, they're number 1 in pass defense, so you don't really want to take Anthony Richardson, who is not the greatest. He's been saying that since days at Florida. He's not a good passer. He just isn't. So he has a good deep ball that he occasionally hits, but his just normal passing, it's not the best. It's not good at all. He's athletic. That's why he's there. So, yeah, I wouldn't trust him to throw the ball that much. Yeah, he's 12th, but no, can't do it. 29th versus 29th. They're even, but I don't trust Will Levis to do a damn thing. I don't want to see him doing nothing. Nowhere near my bet slips. Go away. So no quarterbacks. Running backs, question. 12th and 18th versus 31st and 15th. Okay, well, we got an 18 versus 31. We have a Tennessee advantage. Tennessee running back is going to be Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard, let's look at his prop. Let's see what he's got. Okay. Tony Pollard, what you been up to, friend? There we go, 88, 82. Now the question is, this game doesn't feel like anyone's going to be a blowout. I feel like where both teams are going to be close in a low-scoring affair, which that is good for Tony Pollard to run the ball. So I like me a Tony Pollard prop in this one. I do like it. Receiving, again, I don't trust the quarterbacks at all to throw the ball accurate. So if anything, I need to look like Richardson rushing. That's what I should be looking at. Let's go back to quarterbacks. Richardson, rush. Let me see your rushing yards. I did it with Lamar. It kind of burned me last week, the week before. I don't know if I want to do it again, but we will look. We shall take a look. A little peeksy. Rushing yards. Yeah, he's not running as much as he used to. Yeah, trying to avoid getting hurt probably. Yeah, so back to the running. Yeah, Tony Pollard's going to be the play because this, yeah, that was game script completely. This and Miami, they were winning. So if they're winning, they should run the ball. So yeah, I think I like that. 64 and a half. Actually, this feels kind of high. Okay, I lean Tony Pollard. I lean it. I don't know if I love it. Okay, and I don't like. Let's see. Let me show you the touchdowns. There's not many of them between these teams, so you can see not much at all. And then for defense, well, we got some green. We got Landry to get 7 out of 10 games. Landry has at least a quarter sack. Same for half a sack. Hay, you can see what he's done. Yeah, we got some green on the board on defense. So low scoring game is definitely on the table. So I think I like the, okay, I got it. I know what I like. I like the under 43.5 in this one. And I'm going to go with Pollard over, was a 64? 64 and a half rushing yards. We'll go with that next. All right, Washington, Baltimore. Baltimore 6.5. Now we get a real test for Washington just to see exactly how good they are because look at the numbers. They're both 1 and 2 in running. Okay, Washington's 21st in rush defense. You got to go against King Henry. I feel bad for you. You're first in rush defense. I don't see much rushing out of Washington, so that's going to be a King Henry play all day right here. 14th and 9th in passing, 31st in passing. So there's a chance if Jaden Daniels want to step back and actually toss that tater, they're going to have success. So 51 and a half is looking like a good play because these tend to be some damn high scores, don't they? The defense is just not there. So, all right, I already love the over. So we're taking this over 51 and a half. 52 is a key number in football. 49 plus 3 is 52. So that's definitely something to do. Let's look at the props because now we kind of already have idea what we like. So Jaden Daniels passing. We got him. Let's take a look at it. I don't want to take Lamar passing. Not a good matchup. But he gets the 31st ranked pass defense, and now he gets a 225 number when he's been right there at it. So, okay. And on top of it, game script comes into play because if Baltimore is in the lead, you get Jaden Daniels to have to throw the ball more. Love that. So he's going to be one of the potential options. Then we come over to Derrick Henry because you got to go with King Henry running because it just makes sense. We see what he has done. Dude's a beast, 92, 88 and a half. Okay, great. Game script again. If Baltimore is in the lead, as the spread indicates they should be, he is going to run the ball. Okay, great. So that means we get the 21st ranked rush defense. Now, I don't love this as much as I did with the other play. I liked it initially because Hurricane runs the ball out of the ball, sure. But if for somehow Washington can stop him enough, I can see Washington getting a slight lead, which then takes Derrick Henry out of the game script. And game scripts him out. That ain't good because then Lamar's going to have to throw the ball more. And I don't like that necessarily. So I think I do love Jaden Daniels throwing more than Derrick Henry. Now, receivers, I'm not touching it. I mean, if you want to take Terry, you can. If you want to take Ertz or Zay, I'm just going to take Jaden. That's cool. Here is the touchdowns. Derrick Henry's had a touchdown on 5 straight games and 8 of the last 10. There you go. There's some green if you want to take touchdowns. And he's had a touchdown every game of this year. There you go. So, and there's the rest of the guys. And for the sacks, we got some 6 out of 10s on the board. Basically, Calvin Noy. So, so for this one, it's over. I'm taking the over 51 and a half, and I'm going to take Daniels over. How many passing yards was that? 225 and a half. I think he's going to have to throw one way or another. He's going to keep throwing, and I think he'll do this against this terrible terrible Baltimore pass defense. Next. Okay, now we get the Chargers in Denver. We can see the Charger play Green Bay. It's not showing the score. The sheet messes up time to time or whatever. So we can see what happened. All I see is there's a lot of damn red in this offense. Defenses are pure green. They're pure red with a little bit of green on the rushing. So, all right, LA can't throw the ball with the damn. Neither can Denver. We know this. They're great at running the ball. They're great at stopping the run. They're both great at stopping the pass. They're both great at stopping the run. They're both great at total defense. 35 and a half seems too high. It just does. This game screams 10-7 final. It just does. So it means props are going to be really hard to come by. So what do we go with? Okay, let's look. We're on sacks. So let's just start with sacks. Anyone stand out? There's your sacks. I don't know. Nothing stands out. Touchdown? I mean, sure. If you want to take somebody there, the touchdown numbers are atrocious in this game. Look at that. Barely 30%. And there's a head-to-head. But, oh, yeah, I wouldn't touch that. This game is awful. Awful. Quarterbacks. I don't trust Bo Nix or Herbert, or when Herbert eventually goes out hurt again and they bring in whoever they feel like backing up, I don't trust that person either. Look at these numbers. 188, 180. Terrible. Running. Chargers running. I don't. JK. What has JK done the last few games? He's the only glimmer of a prop here is JK. I'm not taking receivers. Yeah, you can see how he's done. He fell off after 2 games, so I can't take this. This whole game is trash. Let's just be honest with ourselves. There's better things to do with this window. There's better things to watch. Hell, go outside, slap some paint on the wall, and watch the damn thing dry. It'll be a much better experience. I can promise you. Pass on everything. Next up, Pittsburgh and Vegas. Slightly better, but still not a good game. Because look at the numbers. Look at all this damn red. Just terrible. Pittsburgh by 3, 36.5. That seems, Vegas defense is not the best when it comes to stopping the run. Pittsburgh can run a little bit. If not, she feels like running the ball because we know they're very up and down what they decide to do sometimes. They can't throw that well. They're pretty decent reserve. Yeah, both teams are decent pass. They cancel out. There's no advantages here. Yeah, this is the only advantage. And it's, do you want to take Najee? I don't. Just don't. Oh, this is terrible. This is ugly. While you're outside painting the wall from the last game, go ahead and paint a second coat for this game too, because this game will just be equally as bad as the last game we talked about. That way you have 2 coats of paint you get to watch dry now. Beautiful. It's a great way to spend a Sunday, right? I'm not taking a play, but I'll show some props. If you want to see them, I'll show them. For you degenerates that will play it. I'm not going deep, but here you go. You got O'Connell and Fields. Matchup of the year, right? There's your numbers. Have fun. I'm not even clicking into them. There you go. If you care that much, get Outlier for a week for free and dig into them yourself, because I can't. I just can't. No. Najee 58. No, I can't. I just can't. No, that's not good enough. And then receivers, I mean, don't make me laugh. Calling these receivers, come on. Defense or touchdowns. I mean, touchdowns in this economy? Are you crazy? Hell no. Look at this red. Look at all that red. Oh no. There we go. There's the prop we want to play. Maybe a Watt Crosby parlay. That might be a fun one, shouldn't it? Or maybe Hayward. No, I think, look at these numbers. I think, how about we do something crazy? Let's do a Watt Crosby over quarter sack parlay. Can I even bet sacks on Hard Rock? Pause. Let me find out real quick. Oh yeah, I can. Yep. I can get TJ Watt over half a sack and Crosby over half a sack. If I parlay them together, what do I get? That is plus 150. That's exactly what I'm going with. I don't care. We're going a double sack parlay. That's what we're rocking with. Ooh, I like that. I'm not touching the side. That'll be madness, but we're going to take Watt plus Crosby over 0.5 sacks parlay. That's a fun one. We'll do that. Plus 150. Good stuff. We'll take that next. Moving on to Atlanta, Carolina. Atlanta by 6. They play Tampa Bay. I don't know why it's not showing it, but whatever. You can see the numbers. They're great at passing. They're 22nd in pass defense. Advantage Atlanta. Atlanta can't run the ball that well. They still can't. They're just, yeah, anyways. Carolina's better at running the ball. They got 29. So Carolina has a good matchup, but are they going to be game scripted out? So Chuba, you're not going to have much chance because you're going to be behind. You're going to have to throw the ball with old Mr. Red Rocket Rifle himself. So yeah, looking at the numbers, I like Atlanta. Just leaning that way. So let's pop to the props. Sacks, the only thing that pops up is Charles Harris and Matthew Judon, and it's just half and still not as good. Nope. Touchdown. So we're going to go backwards. If you want to take that, you got Johnson and Chuba, and then they're the best ones because they're the only options they have, it feels like. QBs, I'm not touching either one. Atlanta has the 8th rate pass defense, so that knocks out Andy Dalton. Carolina has 22nd, which may be Kirko. You gonna bang Kirko bang? Let's see. Yeah, you threw 509 against on Thursday, but are you gonna do it again? Because you show you don't. This was an outlier. So an outlier on outlier. I get it. Running. I don't like any of these. No, I don't. And receiving, I don't like it at all. I don't like these seeds. So I don't like the props. So there can be games where I like a side, but I don't like the props. So I like Atlanta to go -6. But I also pass on a prop of all things. Yeah, crazy, I know. We do that. Next up, Detroit, Dallas on TV. Seems like a good game, but I don't think it's going to be a good game. It's Detroit -3. They're off a bye. We can see the offense has just been crushing. Defense has been doing mostly, well, somewhat half good. We call it that, half good. First thing I see is both teams throw a lot out of the ball. Detroit's pass defense is not good. Not good at all. And Dak might be able to exploit that. I also see that Dallas sucks at stopping the run because we know they can't run. Zeke's not the answer. At 4th defense, so Zeke, nah, sorry, son. It can't happen. And yeah, so okay, so both offense strengths have advantages against the defense. So that tells me we're gonna have some points in this game probably. So I am already loving the over 52.5. Is that the number? I don't like 52.5. I like 52 if I can get it. Can I get 52? I will buy half. I don't care. We're going 52. Yeah, I will buy the 10. I'll spend 10 cents. Whatever. I don't care. For a push possibility, that's 49 plus 3. That's easy. That number can easily happen. So we'll do that. Well, let's look at the props because we have a lot of options for props now. A lot of options. Defense, if you want to go Hutchinson, I mean, he causes havoc. There you go. You can get him half a sack for 315. Jesus. Ooh, that is high. That is very high. So, touchdowns. David Montgomery has a touchdown in 5 straight games. And I mean, 9 out of the last 10 head to head, every game this year. I mean, dude has been crushing the touchdown game. So I said I don't play touchdowns, but damn, sometimes you gotta make an exception, especially when you see numbers like this. You see, well, Dallas can't stop the run that much. David Montgomery might be able to score a touchdown. I'm just saying, it just might be the move. Does it get any better than that? Look at the numbers. It's minus, minus, minus for a reason. So, okay. Gibbs is up there too. So I think it's gonna be Montgomery. That might be the play. Do I trust Dak and to toss a tater? Let's see, Dak for 283. Looks like it's going to be the play here. That's a great play for Dak. Yeah, he's going to throw the ball a good bit. He's going to have to, I think, in this one. So we'll leave that up there. I don't trust Goff to throw the ball because Dallas' secondary is ranked 10th for a reason. They're pretty good. Running, Zeke, hell no. Rico, hell no. Gibbs and Montgomery, and to be honest, I think I like David Montgomery's score touchdowns more than his yards. That's hilarious. Because all right, so we got Gibbs rushing, yeah, pretty good. We got Montgomery rushing, not as good. See, the touchdown looks better, doesn't it? It looks like Gibbs will get you there, and then Montgomery punches it in. That's just what they do, and it works out for them. And then receivers, I mean, you're going to go CD if you want. CD should have a good game against Detroit because Detroit's secondary is kind of trash. So, yeah, CD Lamb. It's 89.5 for a reason. They know what's up. They know what's coming. So we have multiple props in this one. So if you, which one do I like the best? Dak passing. What's Dak's number passing? Is it 283? I think Dak's going to have to throw that ball, and he's going against Detroit. I think even game script kicks in because Dallas throws the ball a lot all the time because they know they can't run much. So see, Dak's going to have some passing attempts. 39, 51, 42. If he does that, I think we hit this easily. So for me, I think I'm going to go Dak over, what was that, passing yards, 283.5. Yep, 283.5. I think he gets that. I think he gets it easy. It's a 300-yard game for him. So give me Dak in this one next. All right, last matchup, Sunday Night Football, Cincy and New York. Harry, bring us home. We can see Cincy minus 3.5. Cincy's offense is 4th in passing and 4th and 3rd down. They're pretty good. Giants, not so much. So we can see both teams struggle to run the ball, which is, I mean, that's not good. So to beat, I mean, these two teams are kind of equal. There's nothing really standing out too much except for they're better on offense. I can see Cincy 3.5. It is Sunday Night Football. I don't like either side, to be honest. I don't like this total. This so far is a pass, just gut feeling pass. But we will look at props, see if anything stands out. First thing, defense, anything good? Well, Hendrickson has a sack in 7 out of 10 games. That's a nice little line right there for half a sack. Does he get half a sack at least? Could be. That's good. Touchdowns, let's look. Touchdown last 5. We can see Jamar has one, Zach Moss. Those are your 2 main ones. So nothing really good there. Let's look over at quarterbacks. We got Burrow. We got Daniel Jones. I ain't taking Daniel Jones for a damn thing. Get away from my slips. You just stay away. Burrow throwing the ball. Let's see how Burrow does. Burrow might be a play. I can see him tossing that tater a good bit. Yeah, he's ramping up a little bit. So his number's 265. New York is 14th with 200 yards allowed as a pass defense. Could be a move. Running. Tracy ran his ass off last week, did he not? I almost want to take him to see what he does again. Just see, because dude ran his ass off. And since he has 30th ranked rush defense, yep, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. We're taking Tracy. It's 57.5. Yep, I might get burned. He might not do it again, but guess what? Damn it, we're going to find out. So we're going to pass on the side, and we're going to take Tracy over 57.5 rush yards. If I can spell RUSHYDS. There we go. It's Tracy. Yeah, why not? Why not do it? Yeah. So, all right, pass with Tracy. So there we go. That's all the games. Let's go back to the schedule, make it look pretty on the screen. There we go. That's all the games. We will break down Monday night's game tomorrow, so everything's updated. So we know all the injuries, who's going to play, who's not. I appreciate you watching. Drop a like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments who you're taking. Let me know if I overlooked anything, and we will see you tomorrow for more football. Peace.